Hi guys, welcome to the Little Miss Tony's cooking show from Tony's Little Bambinos in Merrill, Michigan. And today we're gonna make turtle brownie pie. This is a beautiful thing for you to make for Valentine's. Show them exactly how much you love them. So we're gonna start out by making the crust, which is a simple 1.5 cups of walnuts. It's 3 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And what we're gonna do, guys, is we're just gonna dump it into this little mixer, which is like a chopper. You can either do it by hand, or you can use like a little automatic machine, which I guess I should have had turned in for you, or plugged in for you. All right, so we're just gonna chop it. You want it pretty fine. You know how you usually stick walnuts inside brownies? We're gonna stick it on the crust this time. So just dump that in there. I love using walnuts because it gives it a nice different flavor. It is 3 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and that's all it is for the crust. Just mix it around, get it all incorporated here. And actually that's it. Now let's put it into the pie pan. And then all we're gonna do is I like to bring it to the sides first. So then that way when you're going around the bottom, you've already got the stuff for the sides and you don't have to push it up the sides. All right, I rotate my pan nice and simple. Try to make sure you're covering all your little holes. Then you can steal some from the sides if you have to. All right, now, this is all there is to this. We'll set this aside for a second. I'm gonna grab a bowl and I'm gonna give you a list of ingredients for the brownies. All right. The brownie items is a cup of sugar, 2 eggs. This is vanilla. We're only gonna use half a teaspoon of vanilla. This is my homemade vanilla, guys. It's so simple to make vanilla. All you use is vodka and vanilla beans. You put the vanilla beans, I slice them open. You put the vanilla beans inside your vodka and you put it in the cupboard and you forget it for about a week. You shake it. And then in about 8 weeks, you have pure vanilla. A gentleman one day bring me vanilla beans and told me, here, make your own, and it's excellent. I mean, it gives you little seeds in there, little vanilla bean seeds, you know, little pieces, but it is great inside baking. And we're gonna use a half a cup of flour, we're gonna use a 1/3 cup of chopped chocolate, we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon salt and a 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, and that's all that's going inside. So what we start out doing is we take the sugar, and then we crack 2 eggs. Just throw them inside. We have our vanilla. I'm gonna bring everything over here so it's easier for my camera guy. All right, and we're gonna whisk this together for a second. And I'm sorry, I also have some butter for you, a half a cup of butter that's being melted. I melted it in the microwave. You don't have to use the microwave if you don't want. You can use the stove, but just to make it easier and more simple. All right, that's creamed together. Now I'm gonna go grab my butter right over here. This is a half a cup of butter. Then you add your butter in. And then let's just give this a mix. Incorporate this in. All right. I'm gonna set this aside for a second. and we're gonna chop up some chocolate. Guess I'll take the fork out of there so it doesn't go flying everywhere. And I'm gonna grab the chocolate, and I'm gonna chop this up, and then we're gonna get mixing, put this in the microwave, and I'm gonna melt this down, and then I'm gonna show you how to put the rest of the ingredients together. I melted the chocolate. It only takes about maybe 45 seconds to melt. A third of a cup is 3 bars. Otherwise, you can use chocolate chips. I like to use dark chocolate. I like to use a good quality in this. So, then we just take our chocolate, and we're just gonna incorporate it. There we go. Then we're gonna add our flour, our baking powder, and our salt. And like I said, then we'll add our vanilla. Just try this, guys. You can use a gallon jug, or I mean like a little container. You can use like a canning jar, but you gotta try to make your own vanilla. It's awesome. When I'm baking for the restaurant, I use a big, huge thing of vodka and put a couple big, huge beans in them, slice them open, put them in there. It's excellent. All right, so all we're gonna do is incorporate this. As you notice, it's not quite as thick as like a brownie mix. A normal brownie mix would be. If you over mix it, it'll take even longer to bake, but this is gonna bake just a hair bit different. All right, let me grab a big spoon. That's all there is to this part. And while we get this in the oven and baking, I'm gonna show you how to make some homemade chocolate sauce and some homemade caramel sauce for the top of this. And just smooth it out. This is gonna bake for 25 to 35 minutes. It's supposed to be where you put the toothpick in and it comes out clean, but this will take a little bit longer. You don't have to worry about putting the toothpick in and it coming out clean. It's gonna be kind of heavy. So at least 30 minutes, guys, maybe 35. All right, I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna get the stuff out and get it ready for the chocolate sauce and the caramel sauce. Okay guys, we're gonna make a caramel sauce and a chocolate sauce. So for the caramel sauce, I have a half a cup of brown sugar. I have a half a cup of butter. 1 tablespoon of rum. And here I have corn syrup, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Okay. And all we're gonna do is stick this on the stove. You can whisk it if you have to whisk it, but I don't think you have to if you pay, like I melted the butter. And just stir it up. And we're just gonna bring this to a boil, and then after we bring it to a boil, about 3 minutes, but if you cook it longer, it's gonna become more solid and more sticky as it cooks. So it won't spread as easy. So we're not gonna cook it quite as long. This is a nice little simple recipe. So while that's on, we're gonna put the chocolate sauce on. These are good things to do for holidays, great gifts. Here I have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 14-ounce can. This is great for ice cream, whatever you want to use it for. I like to container it, make it ahead, and I have some for whenever I want it. Nice little quick meal. And let me grab this. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 tablespoons of water. And I have a cup of chocolate. Now this is half semi-sweet, half dark chocolate. I like to use both. That way it's not overly sweet when we're going to put it on the turtle pie. So we'll get that all mixed in there. And then all we're going to do is stick this on the stove. We're going to put the vanilla in it, but not till the very end. So let's get this on the stove, and we got our chocolate sauce. As you can see, it's already, our caramel sauce, already starting to boil. So we're going to keep stirring it. You can't walk away from like caramel sauce as we turn this one on, and we're going to get the butter melted. All right. I'm going to whisk it a little bit. It's kind of like not wanting to incorporate together. Get your butter incorporated in there. It's going to thicken up a little bit. That's what you want. See, it's already changing color. Getting thicker. All right, I'm going to stop this one right at this process. One more little whisk. Let it settle down. I think it's thick enough that we want it to go on. You can take this and you can jar this too. It's excellent. Jar it. I'll jar some up. All right. Now, let's get our chocolate and our butter and our sweetened condensed milk. This is a quick recipe too. It's all what kind of chocolate you stick on it, how you like. If you like chocolate chips and you like that flavor, use that. Just use a cup of that instead of the other stuff. But I like the bark chocolate. It's richer, and sometimes there's some good stuff out there, which is really expensive, but it's still really good. See, there's not much to this. All we're going to do is once the butter's melted with this one's done also. Simple, fast, elegant. This will warm your Valentine's guy's heart up. Now that it's Valentine's Day, we'll have a lot of nice Valentine's desserts for I usually make a white cake with fresh strawberries and stuff for the Valentine's Day dinner. This year for the dinner I'll make the white cake with the strawberries and the cream on it, but then I'm gonna make this dessert also for their meal for Valentine's Day. So we'll have this brownie turtle pie. You'll love it. Wait till you see it. This one's almost done. Let's check on our caramel. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to take a jar. You can double, triple this batch. It's so simple to make. It's unbelievable why you'd ever want to buy your own caramel unless you're in a pinch. And then I'm just going to seal it for now. And then it looks like our chocolate's almost ready. Our butter's all melted. So now I'll stick in my vanilla. Turn the heat off first, I'm sorry. I'm going to stick a teaspoon of vanilla in. I think maybe I need to give this a little taste. I have an extra fork over here that I'm not using. Oh, guys. If you don't try this at home, come on into Bambino's over Valentine's and try a piece of this. It is excellent. I'm going to put this in a jar. And our pie is still cooking. It shouldn't be long. When we bring it out, we'll have our Valentine's dessert all made. All right, guys, it should be about time. Our pie is ready. Oh yeah. Beautiful. See how this is just lightly brown, but this has got a little crunch around the end? I'm gonna even show you when you put the toothpick in. Nothing's coming out, a little bit of goo, which is good. Okay guys, we're just gonna cut it. She's kind of warm yet. You could probably let this sit a little bit longer if you want. Oh, this is how I love my brownies. Fresh out of the oven. Oh, hold on. We gotta have a little bit of the crumbs. This is the best part, like the walnuts. Instead of a brownie walnut with the walnuts mixed in, do it that way. Let's put a little bit of caramel sauce on top. A little bit of homemade chocolate syrup. See guys, it's not so really hard to do, period. Do a little bit of love on the sides. You could put this in a little squirt bottle and design a little bit of name. And for the very end of it, sweet and salty. And I think I have my glass of tea. And get myself a fork and see what we got here. Should I call Mr. Fritzler in today to see if he'd like to come try my turtle brownie pie? Steven, you want to come try the turtle brownie pie? I don't hear him, but you'd think he'd smell this. He smells everything else. Oh well, I guess I'll eat it myself. Gotta have the chocolate and the caramel. So good. Well, hi.
What you got there?
Turtle brownie pie with my love for Valentine's.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, is it good?
It's really good.
You want me to try it?
I'm
Oh
so
no.
sorry. Oh,
all right, everybody. It is really good. You'll really have to try this. You will definitely impress them. And this is Denise, Little Miss Tony's Cooking Show from Tony's Bambinos in Merrill, Michigan, saying ciao.